Hey guys, Dave here. When I was a kid, we'd all jump in the car and we'd drive 5 hours up to this old cabin, Uncle Tom's cabin, way back in the woods. There was no electricity, coal oil lanterns, wood fire, everything was bare basics, but we did cook up some really good meals. And one of them is this Lost Cabin ground beef skillet. Cabin's long gone and faded into the woods, but the memory of this skillet still remains. Beef, potatoes, macaroni, mixed veggies, just everything you can imagine, kind of a hodgepodge. You are going to love it. So let's get started. First off, the old ingredients. We got some cheese and we got some ground beef, potatoes, mixed veggies, onion, garlic, some beef broth, macaroni, tomato soup, Italian seasoning, paprika, some diced tomatoes, Worcestershire sauce, pepper, and some salt. Okie dokie, the first thing we're gonna do is grab up that ground beef and get it into a pan over medium-high heat. And of course, we'll just kind of break this up a little bit. Now I'm using my old grass-fed lean ground beef here, but this recipe is so versatile. You don't have to use ground beef. You could use ground turkey. You could use strips of beef. You could use ground pork, ground chicken, whatever you like. Well, in this case, I'm going to use the old ground beef. So what we're going to do is we're just going to fry this up until it's basically cooked through. Well, the ground beef is frying up. I'm going to peel up some roasted potatoes. You can use whatever potato you like. Then what we're going to do is slice and dice these up. And the smaller you dice them, the faster they cook. That's something like that. That's about good. Okay, our ground beef here is basically fried up. So I'm just going to shove it all to one side. And I keep saying the beauty of the big old cast iron pan is you got lots of room. And I'm going to go in with a small chopped onion and the 3 cloves of the old garlic. It seems like I add this to every recipe, but I just love onion and garlic. And with the stir and saute this for a couple of minutes until that wonderful aroma begins to fill the air. Okay, my friends, we're pretty well sauteed up, so I'm just going to mix everything together. Oh, this is smelling good. 3 ingredients, onion, garlic, and ground beef, and how can it possibly smell so good? Okay, what we're going to do now is back over to one side of the pan again, snag up those taters, and we'll just put these in. Now, guys, I said 3 potatoes, or I showed 3 potatoes, but I actually only used 2 of them. Yeah, we'll just give these guys a stir around until they begin to get coated with a bit of that grease from the ground beef and turn brown a little bit. Okie dokie, we got a bit of a pre-cook here, so once again, mix everything together. Looking pretty fine. Now it is basically dump time, so I'm going to go in with a can of stewed tomatoes, and this is the Elmer's Italian, but you can, I know in the intro I said diced, but they're stewed, so you can use whatever tomatoes you like. Follow this up with a can of tomato soup, because I want this nice and tomatoey. Now remember when Mom was cooking this, it was always nice and tomatoey. Then a cup of good rich beef broth. And we shall season things up with a tablespoon, or a teaspoon, I should say, of smoked paprika. Get the smoke because it is so much nicer, that smoky effect. Couple of teaspoons of the Italiano seasoning, or Italian seasoning, that I use just about on everything. I just can't stop using this. I just can't refrain myself. And we're going to salt and pepper to taste. I use about maybe a teaspoon of salt, something like that. Some ground black pepper. And you know me, I go a little heavy on the ground black pepper. Maybe a teaspoon and a half, even 2 teaspoons. You can use white pepper too, if you got it. And for that nice depth of flavor, about a tablespoon of the good old Worcestershire W sauce. Now we'll mix everything together. Isn't this looking nice and stewy-ish? And once this simmers down, oh, it's going to be so good. We haven't got the noodles in here yet. And as I said, this is such a simplistic recipe. We did it over the wood stove, and it'd be nice over the wood fire. I was thinking yesterday when I was bolting, throw a clip in up there, that we really need to get back to the basics, the old simple things in life, the cast iron cooking and wood fire, not for this fancy dancy stuff. But let me know in the comments section below. Then we'll let this simmer away for about 5 minutes until those potatoes begin to soften up a little more. After the taters have begun to soften up a little bit, We are going to add a cup of elbow noodles and another cup. We're going to get a bit of a plop here of frozen mixed veggies. And of course, give everything a stir around here. And like I say, this is really a dump dish. You could be saying to yourself, well, why are you adding potatoes and noodles both? Well, you need those carbs when you're out in the woods chopping wood and boating and canoeing and whatever it might be. Plus, we used to use everything we had on hand, and they went really well together. But it's up to you. So we shall just let this simmer away for about 10 or 12 minutes over medium-low heat until those noodles cook up. And I got to thinking, guys, as this is simmering away, some people are going to say, that's not a skillet, it's a goulash. Well, maybe I'll change the name to Lost Cabin Goulash. But then there's people going to say, that's not goulash. Goulash is Hungarian, blah, blah, blah. You can't win no matter what you say. And other people are going to say, this is very unhealthy. Well, then go eat a tofu sandwich. I don't know, but call it what you want, but it is going to be good. Okay, we are pretty much done here, my friends, and it is looking good and smelling good. I had a little taste. It was actually really good. So as a final step, which is totally optional, I'm going to grate a little bit of cheese over the top. Mm-mm. Looking wonderfully wonderful. And this is an old sharp cheddar. And we'll just kind of let that melt in there naturally. And like I say, I've killed the heat, turn the heat off. That's it, pretty good. Now you can use, Monterey Jack, mozzarella, whatever you like. Then, of course, garnish it up with some parsley fresh from the garden. I should have made some cornbread with this. Mm-mm. Just look at that. And there you have it, my friends, our Lost Cabin ground beef skillet or Lost Cabin goulash, whatever you'd like to call it. Ever so good, ever so easy, and ever so delicious. Okay, guys, as far as tips and tricks, I mean, there are 1,000 variations you can make of this, in terms of vary the diced tomato. There could be diced tomatoes, it could be stewed tomatoes, it could be regular tomatoes, the type of potatoes. Heck, you could even throw in a can of beans. I don't know. I mean, it's just kind of a dump meal, but it is so good, and I think it's going to freeze nicely. So what I'm going to do is divide it up into little bags and then put it in the freezer, and then you can just have individual servings, whatever you like. But adjust the recipe the way you want. But most of all, let me know if you do. All right, let's lift some Lost Cabin up here and see what we got. But just look at that. I mean, it just looks so comforting, so good, so hearty. Oh, wow. I think everybody's going to love this. I think I am. All right, down the old hatch. Let's give this a shot. Mm. Hmm. I mean, what can I say? There's everything there. It's so comforting, so good. Just it blends together so well. It's just fantastic. I mean, I can't say any more about it. For a meal, you just kind of throw together, do off in the open fire, or even on your stove, whatever you like. Definitely make it up. And if you do leave us a comment, love to read them. Most of all, like it helps the channel out and subscribe. Why not? It's free. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video. But I am definitely going to plate this up and have more of it. So good.